Oh, it's only been 2.5 years. 2.5 years since the last time I said anything substantial on this channel. Hi! What? Wow, so cute. All right, it's been a great 2 years so far. Well, it's been the exact same kind of 2 years that most of us have been having. Bittersweet. I've been very lucky to be in Korea instead of my home country. But like a lot of people, I came to Korea to see it. And that's not been a lot of what I've been doing the past 2 years. When I came, I had like a good 3 or 4 months to explore, have fun, meet new people, do new things. And then 2020 happened. 2020 happened. We don't even really have to get into all that. You were there, I was there. It is what it is. There was a lot that went on in Korea for me that was again bittersweet. I was mostly staying home. My husband came to join me and he's immunocompromised, so I definitely was not around going to Seoul, going to parties, doing things that I considered risky. Whether somebody ended up getting COVID or not, I was not in the position to risk it. And I really couldn't in good conscience compromise someone else's safety or their sense of safety. So, even if I did want to do something, I was not trying to be the one to be sending a get test to text. I went out one time in the midst of it when my province had really, really low COVID cases once, and I regretted it. It was risky. So I spent the entire last 2 years basically sitting in my house, like a lot of people have been, for the year. But I was really absolutely of the mind that if someone around me was going to get COVID, it was not going to be for me. So the traveling that I wanted to do, the exploring I wanted to do, all the eating I wanted to do was really on the back burner. We all ended 2019, started 2020 with all of our various goals, our various dreams in mind. And, depending on what they were, I'm not going to say a lot of people didn't reach them, but the ones that I was prioritizing did not necessarily come to fruition, at least relating to traveling to a new country and exploring it and seeing what makes the people tick and meeting new people and all that. My first 3 or 4 months, I did travel, of course. I met new people, went to some parties, shook some ass in the club. But that's a story for another day. I have a few pieces of footage from that I'm going to put somewhere so that I can always look back on it, when I'm 85 and laugh at how much worse my knees are then than they are now. Hi. Okay, good. And then it stopped. And I minded a lot, of course, just like everybody did. Nobody wanted to just be cooped up in their house the entire time, I don't really consider myself an introvert or an extrovert. Sometimes I like to party, sometimes I like to be myself, period. But it was very different, and I was lucky to be with my husband. But even then, just being alone, just no friends, no outings, no parties, no get-togethers. That was the reality. In a foreign country, away from my family, away from my mom, away from the familiarity of home, which was obviously something that I first saw, not being familiar with things, but not in a way where the mundanity of going to work and going home was the everyday. It was supposed to be, I'm gonna do this. Oh my gosh, I explored and I found about this new thing. I'll go to it Wednesday. Let's do this wonderful fun thing on Saturday and Sunday. Oh my goodness, this new thing on Thursday. regardless of how realistic that was, it wasn't supposed to be go to work, go home, go to work, go home, go to work, go home, go to work, go home. You know, the 40-year trudge until retirement and death. And that's what it's felt like for the last 2 years. So there were some other goals that I'm happy to have fulfilled. I moved out of the EPIK provided apartment and I moved to a beautiful new apartment with my husband, which was really only possible because of lockdowns, because of being able to save money and stay home without the super intense FOMO. Because some friends wanted me to come out and I was like, yo, do I doing all that? I'm not trying to die and I'm fat, so I was just doubly at risk anyway. It's been a trip. Some other people who were around me were doing things, going places. Babe? Not me. So my point is that now is different. The pandemic is not over, of course. I'm not of the mind that it is, but I'm vaccinated. My husband's vaccinated. We're going to get our boosters sooner rather than later. And it's time to do what we came here to do. I don't want to live in Korea forever. And I want to experience what I can experience before I leave. So I'm going to be doing that. Of course, I'm going to stay safe. I'm going to get every booster shot that they tell me to get. I'm going to try to be first in line. You heard? But I cannot just sit here and not experience everything Korea has to offer. I've been so lucky to meet Korean friends who want to show me their country, and you know, are able to give me certain things that can help me experience those things. But there's nothing like the traveling. There's nothing like the seeing it for yourself and being a part of it face to face. So that's something that I can no longer put off. So for the last 2 years, a lot's been going on, but at the same time, it hasn't. And after finally moving, it's definitely time now. So for the last month or so, been having just quiet time in Gunsan. So if you're interested, enjoy my quiet month in Gunsan. And if you are still interested in even watching this, thank you for watching. And I hope these past 2 years have been as good to you as they could have been. And if you just need a little calming something to have on in the background, I hope you get some enjoyment out of this. Thanks for watching, and thanks for listening to me vent. Anyway.